Hello there, vinyl community. It's Daniel back here with another update. As typical, a lot of records to show, a lot of good psych stuff, some 8-tracks, no cassettes with this one. I actually just came back from Miami a few days ago for the first time ever. I've lived in Florida my whole life, never been there. And you would have expected me to come back not empty-handed, but a lot of the stores there were fairly, didn't have what I was looking for. So left there empty-handed, but I still have quite a great haul for you guys that I'm going to get into now. This first one, a lot of these are ones that I've been looking for a very long time. And I've been trying to get good deals on them because I don't want to spend how much they normally go for. So this one was definitely within that comfortable range for me. This is a UK mono press of Piper at the Gates of Dawn. I actually brought this with me because I was in Miami to see Nick Mason's Saucer Full of Secrets, and I heard that he was signing for every show, but for this one, he stayed inside for a while and didn't sign anything. But yes, this is a original UK mono Piper at the Gates of Dawn. It has the file under credit on it, so it's the later of the first run. Let me show this inner sleeve. It has the original inner sleeve, pretty tattered, but still present. And I got this for a good price because it had a sticker on the side 1 label that I had to remove, and now it's kind of sticky in that area. You'll probably be able to see it right at the top over the Columbia logo. It's not in bad condition, though. It sounds phenomenal, and I'm absolutely stoked to own this. I've listened to this 1,000,001 times since I've got it. It's one of my favorite psych albums of all time, so welcome addition to the collection. This is another one that I've been playing to death as well. And it's taken me years and years to find this album. It doesn't have the original lyric sheet. From what I heard, they only pressed those in limited numbers, so not all the copies had them. But I think this copy would have had it, because it's the earlier variant with the misprint. This is an original copy of Easter Everywhere by the 13th Floor Elevators from '67. One of my favorite psych albums of all time for this one. I absolutely adore this record. It is not in perfect condition, but it is the original with the gold flake cover and the misspelling at the bottom of the last song inside 2, Postures as Posturos. Let me go ahead and take the disc out. Like I said, it doesn't have the original inner sleeve, which is unfortunate, but could be worse. And here's the disc right here on International Artists. Solid, good plus, plays through, but kind of crackly in spots. But it's still great to have. It'll definitely keep me until I upgrade at some point, which might be in a long time. Another one that'll hold me off until I find a nicer copy of it. I'm just really glad to have it nonetheless. Okay, yes, I put it like this. And it's a Unipack. This is Maggot Brain by Funkadelic. Again, a good plus copy overall. It's not perfect. Could be a lot better, but could also be a lot worse. I actually got this one for a really good deal, so that's why I picked it up. And this is an original on the Westbound label. Really good condition disc, like VG+. I also have this copy of A Gathering of Promises by Bubble Puppy, again original right here on International Artists. This cover is in really good condition. It's no splits or anything. You can hear my birds trying to say hi. I just let them out, so they're wanting to communicate and have fun. That's the disc right there, though. And again, this is on the blue International Artists label, which I'm holding the sleeve upside down to take the disc out. And the disc is really nice. It's VG Plus overall, excellent. Really nice condition copy of this, so really glad to have that. I also got this, which doesn't have the original lyric insert or the bumper sticker, but again, really glad to have it. Same situation with Easter Everywhere, that I think those were only done in limited numbers, but this is Safe as Milk by Captain Beefheart and his Magic Band from '67. Now all I need from him is Mirror Man, and I'll pretty much have all his 60s through pretty much his 70s stuff. Pretty nice condition cover. Just has a little bit of stains at the bottom over here. The disc is pretty nice as well. It's a solid VG overall. It plays VG, looks VG. Not a bad copy on the red Buddha label. So, again, will hold me off until I get a complete copy. I also scored this, which I showed not too long ago, but I scored an original of it now. This is, I'll show it like this. It's a Pinklet UK immediate label original copy of Ogden's Nut Gone Flake. Let me go ahead and take this cover out. It is the 5-panel cover in really nice condition as well. The disc on it is VG, and I'll show that in a disc. It does have this 5th panel, and all of them are attached, so that's pretty nice. And let me go ahead and grab that disc now. Now, this was pretty cheap as well, so really glad to have the original UK one now. And again, pink immediate label. So, nice one to have in the collection. I also got this. This is a US first pressing, even though this came out originally in the UK. I believe in 1969. It didn't come out in the US until the 70s after this gentleman had passed away, but it is still absolutely beautiful record. I want to get the originals, which I know is going to be quite the investment. This is the US copy of 5 Leaves Left by Nick Drake. And it's like you can see the cover, it's flaking, you can't really read the spine. I got this for a really good price because of that. And the disc is where it's at, though. The disc is beautiful on it, like near mint. Absolutely gorgeous disc. This is on Antilles Records, which I had never heard of before. But really nice just to have some Nick Drake in the collection just to listen to. I also got this, which is... I already have this, but my other copy is a different variant. This is actually uncensored. This is MC5 Kick Out the Jams. It has the original inner sleeve. I have a gold label of it that's censored, but this one, uncensored gatefold and lyrics. Kick out the jams, motherfucker! Really good condition on it, too. Really glad to have this. This is another one I got a really good price on. Again, original black Electra inner sleeve is present. And here's the disc right here. Really good condition as well. VG Plus to excellent. Red label. This is one that I'm still trying to sort out because I ordered this about a month and a half ago off of Discogs, and something happened to it in transit that I'll show you. And you already know where this is going, and it's going to be a shame when you see what record it is. This is an original copy of Monster Movie by Can, their debut album, the only one they did with Malcolm Mooney. I believe this came out in 1969, only came out in Germany at the time. Spine is actually legible. You can see right here, there's this little dent on the cover, okay? So, now when we take out the disc, it's on the inner sleeve as well that he shipped it in, but then when you see the actual disc, it is cracked. I did have to glue the pieces back on in the area where there's no grooves, because they were actually at the bottom of the inner sleeve, and I didn't want to lose them. I was freaking out just seeing it, and I'm still waiting my refund, but I am getting to keep this. So it doesn't play for the first probably 30 to 45 seconds, but either way, just to have such a rare album in my collection, I'm glad to have it either way, until I have one that isn't cracked. So we'll look past that one. Because I did score some other good things. This right here, original US copy of Pink Floyd's Saucer Full of Secrets. This is the red label, but let me show this cover real quick. I think it's funny that up until this, they were just putting Pink Floyd on the spine, and not even the album titles, because even on Piper, it just said the Pink Floyd on the spine. And this is a VG Plus to excellent copy, again, original red tower label. Really, really happy to have this one. It's one of my favorite Floyd albums, actually. This one came from a dollar bin because it is really beat up. When I say beat up, it is, if you Google beat up, you will see this most likely. But for $1, it plays shockingly well for how it looks, so I'll take it. This is a copy of the Seeds' debut album. It has Pushing Too Hard, Can't Seem to Make You Mine, all the hits that people want. Again, kind of beat up. Wait until you see the disc, though. The disc really takes the cake for beat up level. You can see it's beautiful, near mint. No, it's trashed, but it's mono, and surprisingly, it plays VG. It sounds absolutely astounding for something that looks like it went through war. And it has the original GNP Crescendo inner sleeve as well, which you never see. So I figured I would take it for $1. It's still a good copy. This is one I never see in the wild, so I did have to get this one online. Let me take this out. Well, I'll just have it like this. This is Frank Zappa and the Mother's Invention, Cruising with Ruben and the Jets. Let me take this out real quick. Here's a spine on it, fully legible. It's a really nice copy. I got this for a steal online. Really, really, really nice. And the disc on it is excellent to near mint. Original blue Verve label with the original inner. This is a thrift store find for a jazz album that I've been looking for a long time. This is Getz Gilberto. This has Stan Getz and João. I think that's how you pronounce it, Gilberto. And it's a really, really solid on the way through. Great exotica. And this is on Verve, the black label. And not bad for a thrift store find. It's like a VG all around. Here's another jazz one. This is Several Shades of Jade by Cal Jader. Again, really nice condition on this. I didn't get this at a thrift store, though. This was only a few bucks at the record store. And this one, just like that, black Verve label. VG Plus overall, though. Really nice condition on this one. And I need a drink of water now. I also got some reissues, excuse me. This is the first Buffalo Springfield album, mono. I have an original mono one, but I just wanted one that had, what was it? Baby Don't Scold Me on it that they removed, because mine is the later one with For What It's Worth on it. This sounded really good. This is a great sounding reissue. Done from the original tapes. The only thing I don't like, and it's just because it's my copy, it does have a mispress on the label where it has this long black scuff running across it that hopefully you can see. But side 2 isn't like that. But the sound quality is really what does it, though. It's a great sounding record. So, since I got this one, the next time I went back, I did see that they had the mono reissue of this, the Buffalo Springfield Again album. Now, I only have the original of this in stereo, so I was fairly new to the mono mix, and I really liked it. Again, from the original master tapes, they do this with the old tip-on style cardboard sleeves. And just like that one with this Atco label. And just, again, sounds great. If you're looking for great play copies to have, I cannot recommend these enough. These are really good. Another reissue right here, just because I was getting good deals on them. This one I don't even have an original of. I just never see originals of it in the wild. It's Blue by Joni Mitchell. This one, again, with the cardboard-style sleeve. Again, I just keep them in the shrink. This one is special, though, because they do make this on blue vinyl. And it is a very pretty blue vinyl. I love it. I also got this, but I didn't know much about it at the time, and I kind of regret getting it because it's not really that good. I absolutely love the Stooges, but this is not essential by any means. This is rare power. Half the songs on here aren't even that great. The only thing that you're getting this for is the different mixes, and the mixes themselves aren't anything to really write home about. Here's the inner sleeve right here, and it's on this Mock Columbia label from Legacy. So yeah, again, not really essential, so if you see it, just try to pick it up cheap. Here's another one right here. I have this one down here, actually. This is one, I think this is the album that really got me started on Hendrix, because I found it on a CD at a thrift store. I've been wanting it on vinyl for a long time, and I finally came across a copy. And I don't know why they do the Hendrix ones with those awful, like, you know what I'm talking about, the awful plastic sleeves that you rip off the tab at the top, and it's like this big compared to the record, and it's cloudy. I just took the hype sticker off and put it on one of my clear ones. This is Hendrix live at Monterey from '67. It has the ultimate version of Killing Floor on it. He does like a Rolling Stone. He does some of the early versions of Hey Joe, The Wind Cries Mary, Purple Haze. Just a great record. A great live performance. It has an insert with a write-up from Mitch Mitchell on it. And they do ship it in these nice outer sleeves, which I'll applaud them for. But I do have one critique, and it's on the cover itself. Let me put this away real quick. The cover, they make really, really, really big, like a box instead of an album cover, so it causes the top to crease over quite a bit. It's kind of an awful design because pressure with time will just force this down and you'll probably get a big crease there. So I was thinking about putting a piece of cardboard in it so it doesn't do that. So maybe they should work on that. I also got this copy of Deep Purple in Rock from Germany. This is on Harvest and it is a Unipack. I've had a thing, I hate Unipacks. That's what I was going to say. I absolutely hate Unipacks. They're kind of a burden to open up. It sucks having to open it up, pull it out, and half the time the front panel is unglued and you have to re-glue it. But anyway, here it is on Harvest. Really VG Plus condition disc. And the cover is like VG all around, so can't really complain. This one I've been, I see it all the time, but I never see it in the shrink in a nice condition, so I figured why not pick this one up. This is Rock Love by the Steve Miller Band in the shrink. Really nice condition. This is on the Red Capital label, I believe. Yep. And here it is, VG Plus all around, and maybe a near mint cover, because the cover is really nice. One of the Peter Gabriel albums that I didn't have, which I forgot what this one was called. I know that he has a bunch of them called Peter Gabriel and like slang terms for them, but I don't really remember all of them, so if you remember what this one is, please let me know. It's just Peter Gabriel on the spine. And here's the inner sleeve right here. And this is on Geffen Records. I also got a really nice upgrade of an album that I just never seem to end upgrading. I've gotten like 5 or 6 upgrades of this, and hopefully this is the last upgrade I do for a while, because it is a really nice copy. This is Santana's debut album from 1969. Absolutely love this record, but every time I ever see it, it is just absolutely beat. And this one barely has any ring wear, barely been played, really nice legible spine on it. Has the original inner sleeve, which has a few creases. But the disc is really nice as well, like a near mint disc, plays and looks astounding. This one's going back quite a ways for some of these finds. This is a German pressing of Best of the Beach Boys, Volume 3 in the Shrink. And this is on the Orange Capital label, so I don't know if this is a later press, because it is duophonic. So I don't know when they pressed this in Germany. I used to have a US one on the Rainbow label, but I got rid of it a long time ago because it's not really an essential Beach Boys album, but I just found that for $1, so I figured I'd pick it up. There's also this, Joe Cocker's second album in the Shrink. Again, really nice condition on it, so I figured why not pick it up. It's really clean. It has the original A&M inner sleeve. And here's the disc, really clean on it as well. So this was a nice upgrade for me. I also got this, The Best of Spirit. Not too bad a condition. The spine on it's not really legible. I mean, the cover presents pretty well. The disc is nice, but it's just kind of like a dirty cover. No matter how much I clean it, it just feels dirty. And it's just, it has this really awful, gritty feeling on your fingers. So I don't even like touching this one, to be honest. So let's just put this back now. There we go. This one, I have never listened to this artist before, but I remember reading about it, only because, either way, this is Pleasures of the Harbor by Phil Oakes. I only knew about this album because the last song on it, The Crucifixion, has electronic work done on there by Joseph Bird from the United States of America, and I absolutely love that group. And I never really listened to Phil Oakes before, so I still haven't given this a listen, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a listen today after I film this, actually. And it has a near mint disc on A&M and a VG Plus cover. It still has the original Kmart price sticker right on the corner. Here's a jazz record from the UK that I found, again, for pretty cheap. This is Art and Soul by Arthur Prissock. I had never even heard of him before. I really like this, though. He has a really good voice. This is on the Black Verve label from the UK. And not too bad a condition on it, too. It's a VG all around. I also got this. This is Peter Tosh, Mystic Man. This is on the Rolling Stones record label. And has a custom printed inner sleeve. And here it is. Really nice condition on it. VG Plus, excellent all around. This is another one right here that I found that I got just because it's in really nice condition, and it's kind of all I would really need. It's the Ray Charles Story. It's got really nice artwork on it, nice laminated cover. 2 record set right here, and let me just do that real quick. There we go. And this is on the Plum and Orange, Atlantic label. And 2 record set. I'll just show that 1 disc, though. It is near mint all around, I'd say, so. This one I also got, and it was before this gentleman passed away, right here. This gentleman, Scott Walker, passed away within the past week, and I was very sad to hear about that. I had never found any Walker Brothers records out in the wild, and right beforehand I had found this, and, you know, really, really good album, too. It's a shame, really, that he passed away. I really was digging some of the stuff that he went into in the 70s and 80s when he started doing his more experimental work, And just as I'm getting into them, he passes away. That's kind of like what happened with me with Lou Reed and the Velvet Underground, was that I had been really, really getting into them, and then Lou Reed died. So it does happen, though. This one's going to take a while to show because it is quite the behemoth of an album. It's 3 records and a booklet, but this one has 2 booklets thrown in. This is Yes Songs. This is the 3-disc live album from Yes, and it is a quad open gatefold. So you get that, and then you get that, and then if you turn it around, you get that. And this has 3 records in it. Again, I'm only just going to show 1 record for the time being. All of them have these custom printed inner sleeves, and they're all in Atlantic. And let me go ahead and grab the booklet from this, too. Like I said, this one accidentally had... They must have put 2 booklets in. So here's this booklet. I'll just show some pictures from it and everything. Pardon me. Speaking of booklets, I have this one with a booklet over here. This is Paul Revere and the Raiders' Greatest Hits. This is an upgrade for me, and this is in mono. With the original inner sleeve. Disc on it's really nice too. VG Plus all around. And I got this just because it had the booklet. My other one didn't have the booklet. I've honestly never even seen one with the booklet. So I figured, time to have one with the booklet now. Let me just show a handful of pictures from it. This is a compilation album right here that I never even knew existed. It has awesome artwork on it. I'll show it like this. This is The New Spirit of Capital. I don't know when this came out, but it has some great artists on it. Steve Miller Band. Let's see who else. Linda Ronstadt, Grand Funk, Pink Floyd, Guitar Jr., Bob Seger System. It's just got some great stuff on it. It's got the Ummagumma version of Astronomy Domine, but I don't know why they do this, but they faded out like halfway through to go into another song. They really couldn't just keep the whole version on there. They really milked that version for everything it was worth. I also finally got this. This is Prince and the Revolution, Around the World in a Day. I kept passing copies of this up because they never had this little flap over here. And I wanted one with the flap. Now I have one with the flap. And let me go ahead and show the gatefold right here. This is a Record Club copy, RCA Music Service. And the label that this one is on is, I don't really know, this is Warner Brothers. And a really good album from him. I would say it's probably my favorite from him so far. Aside from, of course, like 1999 and Purple Rain. This one my friend gave me. It's one that I used to own many years ago, but I haven't owned a copy since then, so now I do again. This is Close to the Edge by Yes. Original textured cover. There's the gatefold on it. And it has the green inner sleeve right here. And this is on Atlantic as well. And then when you thought I was done, I have more to show, actually, for records that are down here. This is from a recent haul. This is the first album by the Dirty Blues Band. This was a group that used to be known in the UK as the Misunderstood, but then they broke up, and then some of the members put together this group and put out 2 albums. Really stellar album all the way through. It did come out on Blues Way, and it has the original inner sleeve, and here's the disc on that. It's like a solid, good plus all around, maybe lower end VG. But still nice to have. I also got Projections by the Blues Project. Really big upgrade for me because my other copy of this was trashed with a capital T. Even though it has this like chewed corner on it, I don't mind that because the disc is beautiful on it. And here's the disc. It's near mint. On Verve, I don't think it's Forecast. I was going to say Folkaways. I think the originals were on Verve Folkaways. Another one right here. This is Stand by Sly and the Family Stone. One that I've never owned before. It is a Unipack as well, and I just mentioned my absolute love for Unipacks, or whatever you want to call them. I just call them Inconvenience. And here it is on the yellow Epic label. And I've been trying to catch up on some of my collection from the Stuff by the Police. And this is a good one to add. This is Zenyatta Mandata. Really nice copy of this. This is VG Plus, excellent all around. Has the original inner sleeve. and this is on A&M. This one I got because it has a nice disc. The cover is on it, but it's one I've been needing for a while. This is the first album by Krabby Appleton on Elektra. Same thing with, like, I think it came from the same collection as that Spirit one, because this album cover, again, no matter how much I clean it, just feels gritty and awful and dirty, and I just don't like feeling it. This one has the original black inner sleeve, and the disc on it is a solid excellent. Really nice condition copy on it. Plays really well, so it makes up for the cover. These are two that I found in the dollar bin. This is Hubert Law's Morning Star. Never heard of it before. I actually got it just because I thought the cover looked really nice on it. And this is on CTI Records. Doesn't have the original inner sleeve, though. And this one right here is a unknown pressing. I can't find anywhere on Discogs or online. This is Herbie Mann, Glory of Love. I originally thought that this was like a UK one or a German one, but as I look at the labels and everything, I can't find it anywhere. It is a flip-back cover, and here's the disc. It's on A&M, and I'll be sure to show that label. So if any of you guys know what pressing this is, that would be very much appreciated, because I was coming up empty with this online. So now I'm going to go on to some 8-track finds. This first one is a clamshell style case, and it's my first clamshell that I ever have like this, because these are typically kind of rare. This is Crown of Creation by Jefferson Airplane with the original little plastic box that it came in. You never really see these. It opens up just kind of like a little like sandwich container almost. And here's the cart inside. Yellow RCA label. This one right here is kind of a rare one. This is Blue Cheer number 5, the original Human Being. And it's really clean as well. Only issue is it's one of those ones with the screw in the middle, and when I do it, I'll typically cut it and then glue it. This person just decided to cut a hole, so whatever. It's still a cool tape, though. This one's in really nice condition. This is John Lennon Plastic Ono Band with a slipcase and the shrink. Really nice condition on this one. I also got, again with the slipcase, McCartney debut album. Ooh, let me show that spine. There we go. Another one with the slipcase. A lot of these have them. This is London Town by Wings. Bookends by Simon and Garfunkel with the original red cart. Rolling Stones Through the Past Darkly. And we're going to end it off with Chuck Berry, the London Chuck Berry Sessions. So I do thank all you guys for watching, as always. I really do appreciate the comments and the likes and the subscriptions that I do get. And I do want to thank you so much for supporting me for, through all these years that I've been making videos. I very, very much appreciate it. And I do thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to watching my videos. And I really hope the content that I'm putting out that you guys are enjoying. So if you guys do want to see more, I have been planning on making just random videos, not even about new finds, just about what I've been listening to, groups I've been getting into, stuff like that, maybe even collections of specific artists. So if that's stuff that you guys would like, just feel free to let me know, and I'll definitely be working on that. But again, I do want to thank you guys for watching. Peace and love to all of you.